Okay, hello you beautiful people. Welcome back. Let's do an update on XLM's price chart and let's tell you why with the recent move to the downside, I'm actually now a little bit optimistic since in here, in my view, if we are looking bullish, and again, this is kind of a big if, but if we are looking bullish, the picture is now going to be hopefully a bit more clear. Why is that? You see, if you remember the last time that we talked about the Stellar Lumens chart, we were specifically around this area, and the idea was that, well, okay, technically we could start going up from here, and in fact, this could be a possible head and shoulders structure, but we argued, you know what, let's wait a little bit more and see, are we going to get a confirmed break of the next line? And by that, we said that specifically, we go above the line, then do a pullback, then have a continuation of this phase, and the moment that's in it, we take this important high. Yep, this head and shoulder is confirmed and it's going to send us up. And as you can see, we didn't really do this. As a matter of the fact, this ended up being just a simple fake out, further emphasizing on the importance of a confirmed break, not just a simple move above the next line as a break. Okay, very, very important to understand. Now, we argued if we get a move on the upside from here, from my point of view at least, it's not really going to be a long opportunity since I don't really have like a strong opinion about the shape of this specific phase down. You see, in the previous video, we argued we can consider two different counts in here. For example, one scenario suggests maybe we are having A, B, C down into wave W to about this point, correction for wave X, possibly in form of a triangle, and then another A, B, C down into our wave Y, completing the subwaves for maybe a WXY in form of a double zigzag. And since before this double zigzag, we in here, in my view, do have actually a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, okay, this could be a bullish setup, suggesting from these areas, which we can expect bare minimum like yet another good move on the upside in order to take this high for the first target, about 21.5 cents, but we argued, yep, we could go a little bit higher and minimum get to about this important area of resistance between 22 to about 23 cents area. On the other hand, we said there's also a chance that as opposed to just a WXY, you know what, this is just a simple 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in form of an expanding diagonal structure into our wave 5, indication of this phase actually being the beginning of a new phase down. Meaning what? Sure, maybe we are going to have a bit of a move on the upside, but odds are this is a correction structure, and after it's over, we are going to get a good move to the downside in order to take this low, and possibly even if we are not lucky, go quite a bit lower, meaning that this thing right in here, that point is just not going to be a buy opportunity. And if I were to open a long position, odds are I would have probably gotten my stop loss hit, which is really not ideal. That's why I said, look, I do have a bit of doubts about this phase to the downside. That's why, nope, I don't really want to open any kind of position. And thank goodness that this phase just ended up being a simple correction. And in terms of the shape of it, you can consider different possibilities. Honestly, I think this may be just a beautiful, simple ABC zigzag with either an ABC flat into RB leg or maybe an ABCDE, a triangular structure to about this point. Nonetheless, again, you could argue this is a zigzag, no problem at all. Now, what is going on in this specific phase down? Let's go on some lower time frames, and again, it's very important to note that I'm going on these types of time frames only and only for the sake of educational purposes. In my own time, I rarely go on these time frames since I believe the lower you go, odds are at that point you are going to lose more and more money as opposed to making some, which, well, obviously it's not good. Now, what's happening in this phase now? In my view, there is a very good chance this is the wave 1 and this is the wave 2, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave down into wave 3, correction for 4, and yet another move to the downside into wave 5. So far we are having to about this point, I'm gonna say probably a complete impulse down, and if from here we end up having a rather strong bounce to the upside in order to take this important high right around, let's say, 19.5 cents. At that point in XLM, we could actually be quite bullish with a good bit of confidence. Why? Because at that point, I'm thinking we should probably consider the idea of having a zigzag down, which for our subwaves, we're going to have 5 down into A, correction for B. The shape of it doesn't really matter. Let's consider in this instance WXY and then yet another 5 wave down to into wave C, and there we go. What do you have overall so far to about the lows? 5 down, correction up, another 5 down. Well, okay, how about just having an ABC zigzag? Yeah, seems like this scenario can absolutely be in play, but again, it's not necessarily confirmed yet. Okay, you need to wait a bit more and see. Are we going to once more get this face up and take this high or not? If we do this, great sign. At that point, yeah, we could argue that on a higher degree overall. Excuse me, let's go on H1 time frame. What do we have? Hopefully 5 wave up, correction down, and if we are really lucky at this point about, let's say 16.5 cents is truly our final low, the low of this correction in XLM's chart, then okay, we can absolutely say, you know what, there are some very exciting times ahead of us, since this is going to be on a higher degree of wave 1, correction for wave 2, and then what? Yep, big move on the upside into wave 3, 4, 5. And you should note that Elliott's wave suggests in most cases, not all the time, because well, naturally there is no certainty in any market, but in most cases, yep, wave 3 is actually a rather sharp and strong move on the upside. So in XLM, in case, again, very important point, in case we are bullish, now the picture from my POV is a little bit more clear, and I just want to wait a bit more and see, are we going to take this high or not in a beautiful, strong manner, specifically in terms of the shape of our move. I'm talking about a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and do not get it twisted. This specific phase, I do not believe at all that is like a long opportunity for us. Okay, this I don't really think is tradable, but if we go up in form of a 5 wave and then take the highs, I'm thinking after it, we are probably going to have a bit of a pullback, something like this. And if this ends up being a correction structure, meaning it should be a time-consuming move down relative to this face up, and also between our pullbacks, we're just going to have constant overlapping of the waves. Great. This at that point can be a long opportunity. And for your stop loss, if you want to be seriously safe, you could just put your stop under the lowest low in here, about 16.5 cents. So yeah, okay, let's say you're going to have a 2.5 cents stop loss, let's say maximum 3 cents stop. On the other hand, what's going to be your target? Bare minimum can be around this high, about, let's say 23 cents, meaning you're going to have a risk reward ratio of roughly around 1 to 1.5, 1 to 2, which is honestly not that bad. But again, please consider that this is going to be your minimum risk to reward ratio. Okay, if you want to be a bit optimistic and you want to think about this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave, then okay, a better target can easily be right around the higher band of this important level, around 27.5 cents. And if you want to be optimistic, yeah, okay, your target can be around this key area, about 35 cents. And at that point, what? You're going to have a risk reward ratio of maybe 1 to 8, 1 to 7. Yeah, that's really nice. For now, let's not really talk about those insane moves. Okay, let's just take everything step by step. And for like very short term, we are just better off to set this one out and see, are we going to successfully, in a strong manner specifically, take this high or not? If we take it, it will be a great sign. At that point, we're going to make new updates and talk about what might be the next likely move. What you do not want to see in an ideal scenario though is actually a move to the downside in XLM, something like this. Maybe this is actually a 5 wave down, but then we're going to have a correction up, which in that case, buckle up. This is actually a bearish setup. We're going to get yet another move down, and that we are going to, unfortunately, like it or not, take the lowest low down here, about 16.5 cents, and then we're going to get to about this important level around, yeah, it's pretty much the 16.5 cents area. And why do we care about this level so much? Because under it, I do not believe that in XLM we are having a whole lot of support. So essentially, if we end up breaking this important level, God forbid if we do that, at that point, yep, the next target is going to be probably taking the lows all the way down here, about 14 cents. And maybe at that point, we are even going to go quite a bit slower, since this is basically no man's land in XLM charts. For now, again, let's not be that pessimistic. Let's count on a move on the upside, and let's hope that in it we are going to take this high. If we do this, it would be sort of kind of, at least in a very short time, a game changer for us. And I hope I explained everything well and you understood what is going on in XLM charts. And until the next update, I hope you have a wonderful time. Goodbye.